Okay, good morning everyone. Happy Halloween, as you can see behind the dais. We are on the record. This is a special meeting of the Jersey City Municipal Council. Today is Thursday, the 31st day of October 2013. We had a scheduled 9 a.m. start, and the clock on my cell phone is showing 9:07. May I have a roll call for the commencement of this special meeting? Councilperson Kajewski.
Here.
Councilperson Ramchow.
Here.
Councilperson Baggiano.
Here.
Councilperson Young.
Here.
Councilperson Osborne.
Here.
Councilperson Coleman.
Here.
Councilperson Rivera.
Here.
Councilperson Waterman.
Here.
And Council President Lavarro.
Here.
We have 9 members in attendance at 9:07 a.m. Can we kindly rise for a moment of silence, please? Very much. Kindly remain standing as we salute the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. On behalf of City Council President Lavarro, in accordance with the New Jersey Public Laws of 1975, Chapter 231, Open Public Meetings Act, also known as the Sunshine Law, adequate notice of this meeting has been provided by fax mail to the Jersey Journal and the Jersey City Reporter on Friday, the 25th day of October, 2013. The agenda of this meeting was disseminated on Wednesday, the 30th day of October, 2013, to the Municipal Council, Mayor, Business Administrator, and the local newspapers, so I can certify as to our total compliance with the Sunshine Law.
Before we start, can I just say on behalf of the city and the administration that I thank the council president and the council for taking this time to meet with us. This is, I know, a inconvenience from most of you. Oh, sorry. I know this is an inconvenience for most of you, but it's greatly appreciated that you're taking this time to consider this matter.
You're welcome, Corporate Counsel.
Our business at hand is our first reading ordinances. Item 3A, City Ordinance 13-122. City Ordinance approving the execution of a financial agreement with Journal Square 1 Urban Renewal LLC and other applicable documents related to the authorization and issuance by the Jersey City Redevelopment Agency not to exceed 10 million redevelopment area bonds, non-recourse to the full faith and credit of the city, and determining various other matters in connection herewith. Item 3B, City Ordinance 13-123, an ordinance approving the execution of a financial agreement with Journal Square 2 Urban Renewal LLC and other applicable documents related to the authorization and issuance by the Jersey City Redevelopment Agency of not to exceed 10 million redevelopment area bonds, non-recourse to the full faith and credit of the city, and determining various other matters in connection therewith. And item 3C, City Ordinance 13-124, an ordinance approving the execution of a financial agreement with Journal Square 3 Urban Renewal LLC and other applicable documents related to the authorization and issuance by the Jersey City Redevelopment Agency of not to exceed 10 million redevelopment area bonds, non-recourse to the full faith and credit of the city, and determining various other matters in connection therewith. Council members, on items 3A through 3C, Councilperson Kajewski.
Aye.
Councilperson Ramchow.
Aye.
Councilperson Baggiano.
Aye.
Councilperson Young.
Aye.
Councilperson Osborne.
Aye.
Councilperson Coleman.
Aye.
Councilperson Rivera.
Aye.
Councilperson Waterman.
Aye.
Council President Navarro.
Aye.
Items 3A through 3C are introduced 9-0. May I have a motion to adjourn this meeting at 9:12 a.m.?
I'd like to make one statement before we adjourn.
Sure.
I had the opportunity to speak very carefully with Councilman Young, and there were some areas of concern that I'd like for him to have the opportunity to address those areas before the second reading. Is that possible?
It's possible.
Excuse me?
It is possible,
Okay.
certainly. So, will Corporation, Councilman Yoon, did you
Yes.
have an opportunity to speak with Corporation
Yeah.
Council?
Right. I give the opportunity for Councilman Bojano. You're the first one.
No, I have something to talk about, something completely different. So, Michael, go ahead.
Okay.
I want to express something.
I'm talking about after the meeting. In other words, so that you can sit down and have a full understanding. We voted already.
Yes.
So this is for introduction, and now you have the opportunity, all those items that you discussed with me, I think they were important to you to discuss with corporate counsel before the second reading. Is
You
that-
know what? Actually, I had a good opportunity to discuss with even lawyers, city lawyer, and everybody. But certain issue, we'd like to ask the General Secure developer, a few questions regarding for that part of it.
Well, before you get ready to do that, and we're happy to answer it now, I've spoken to the developer, that's Jamie Block and David Kahn, and their lawyer, Jeff Kramer. And we would be happy to meet with you and the developer and at length and answer all your questions in detail, because I've spoken with you and you have a lot of really good questions, and we want you to understand this deal. So I would put that out there to you so that, I think that discussion could be robust and would be to your satisfaction.
So then, next question, can I ask a city corporation council, when they apply for the application, they pay $9,500 each project. Where they come from the formulation for $9,500 application fee?
It's in the, it's in the ordinance that governs how we consider these matters that are currently on the books. And also, just so you remember, all of those types of fees are designed to be cost recovery. So this is not, we're not using those fees as income generation, and by statute, we're not allowed to use those fees as income generating.
Okay. Now, another one.
You're going to set up a meeting so that we can
No,
close
this is
this?
not. I have to ask that the corporation council, their resolution before, we go second reading. Affordable housing contribution in the fund, and they set up a certain amount for the units and a commercial space, and resolution say that if is parking open to public, they will probably, I don't know, they're not clear that how they're going to charge for the contribution for affordable housing fund. Here, units 1,500, commercial space, $1.50 square feet, but then they not mention about parking lot.
Yeah, the parking that's relevant by the ordinance is the parking for residents. So the other parking, which I think you're talking about, which is the parking for the public.
Yes.
That is a different consideration.
Different consideration. Can we put in the numbers and the fee in now?
I think the important thing to understand about the project is it's a three-phased project, and in phase one, there's not going to be, I think you're talking about the parking deck they're going to build. In phase one, there's just going to be a flat parking, which will only basically be enough for the residents. As they provide additional parking, that's a different consideration.
But I don't think so. Phase one, they have indoor parking or outdoor parking, two different parking this space.
Well, currently right now, the application and the financial agreement, the parking is private, and as long as it's private parking just for the residents and it's an amenity, it's not considered commercial.
Yes.
So we can't assign an affordable housing contribution. If they decide later to make the parking public, the developer has to come back and amend their application, and then we would not only tax it because it would be public parking, we could then assign an affordable housing contribution. But we can't do that now because that's not what's before us.
Okay, another question. Is a market rate rental, is the rental control after they finish the project or not? I'm sorry?
No, because this is a pilot.
It's a pilot program.
Rent control doesn't apply.
So pilot program is exception from the rental control.
Correct.
What a beautiful thing. No, another one.
Sorry, just a correction. New construction in general is exempt from rent control.
Excuse me, I'm sorry. Can we close the meeting and have this meeting in the caucus room so that
Councilwoman,
he can get into
absolutely.
more detail? Because some of the members
Have schedules.
have
Understood.
schedules.
Understood.
And I'm not understanding totally, and I have two questions, but I don't think this is the appropriate time for me to ask those questions. So I would ask Mr. Young, can we take this over into the caucus room?
Right.
And go
Then
into
can we
it?
have just one more question? When we, City Council, approved that the Phase 1, Phase 2, Phase 3 as a financial agreement, the developer will sign both 3 projects at the same time?
Yes.
Okay.
I motion to close the meeting.
All right. I respected the Councilman Daniel.
Oh, you said close the meeting?
I mean, he asked that.
All
didn't he?
right, Sean, I have something to bring up, and I want to bring it while all 9 council people are here present. About a year and a half ago, Frank Gogan was brutally murdered. He's a retired police officer. In that time, the county, as far as I'm concerned, and all other police officers in this city are concerned, did not do the proper operation in apprehending the person involved in this incident. Now, members of our Jersey City Police Department, on their own mostly, have been great with this. Yesterday, on the website, the police website, there's great concern that now that the main person investigating this for the Jersey City Police Department is retiring, that Jersey City is going to drop this issue. And I want the people to know, if a police officer, retired or active, is murdered and nothing is done to apprehend these people, then what chances do you have as a civilian? Now, they know where the person is in Florida. I want the mayor's office, this city, to put everything possible to apprehend this person, bring him back to Jersey, and to solve this problem. Because I think it's a disgrace what has gone on for the last 2 years. And something has to be done.
And can I, Council President? One more?
Councilman?
Yes. And we see that the cost impact for taxpayer, and you gave us a sheet actually. Every 3 project has a, same amount. What are they called? Hold on a minute.
Okay.
Councilor, before you continue, I just want to address Councilman Boggiano's comments.
Yeah.
I appreciate you raising those concerns. As you know, in the police department, people retire all the time, and police officers are transitioned. I'm certain if there's an ongoing investigation, that investigation will continue. But because you've raised this concern, I will meet with the public safety director and make sure that there's a transition plan in place
Being
for this
very familiar with
investigation.
New York City, and I will tell you that no one would rest in New York City until these people were brought to justice. And I want to congratulate some of the members of the Jersey City Police Department who spent their own money to go to Florida to try to find out more information. And, sir, something has to be done. This case has to be solved and brought to and ended.
Rich, you know I support you in that matter.
Frank?
I said, as a fellow brother from the JCPD, I support you in
Thank
this
you,
matter.
Frank.
Thank you for bringing that to our attention. I think there's a motion to close.
I need a motion to close. I'm going to close it now at 9:21 a.m. Motion made by Councilperson Coleman, seconded by Councilperson Osborne. On the motion to close, this meeting, to adjourn this meeting, I'm sorry, Councilperson Kajewski.
Aye.
Councilperson Ramchow.
Aye.
Councilperson Baggiano.
Aye.
Councilperson Young.
And we're going to have a meeting after this one?
To adjourn the meeting.
No,
No, I mean the caucus meeting to hold it? Okay, good. All right.
Councilperson Osborne.
Aye.
Councilperson Coleman.
Aye.
Councilperson Rivera. Aye. Councilperson Waterman. Aye. Council President Navarro.
Aye.
Corporate Council.
Meeting is adjourned at 9:21 a.m. Happy Halloween, everyone. Good night.
We're going.